When most people think about what Minnesota is known for, they usually only think about our cold winters. But what if I told you that Minnesota is actually known for way more than you think? In this video, I'm going to be going through 10 interesting facts that you may not know about Minnesota. But make sure you guys watch to the end of the video because numbers 8, 9, and 10 are fun facts that most Minnesotans don't even know about. Stay tuned. Most people know Minnesota as the land of 10,000 lakes, but what if I told you that we don't actually have 10,000? Interesting fact number one is that Minnesota actually has 14,380 lakes. So if you like boating, fishing, swimming, and other water sports, just know that Minnesota has a lake less than 5 minutes away from wherever you live. Fact number two is one that I typically forget about, but I'm quickly reminded when I go on vacation out of states. Minnesota does not have tax on food or clothing. So if you want to buy that t-shirt for $19.99, that's exactly how much it costs. I always get confused when I go shopping out of state and I see the end total and I'm like, oh yeah. So for all of you shopaholics out there, you may want to consider making the trip. Now, if you like biking or taking long walks, then you'll love Minnesota because we consistently rank top 2 for best biking cities in the US with more than 4,000 miles of paved trails. We also have designated bike lanes as well as bike-specific laws that help to keep bikers safe. And if you're a foodie like me, definitely you need to experience the Minnesota State Fair, which is ranked number 1 in the US. Now, being from Minnesota, it's easy to take the State Fair for granted because it's right in our backyard, but I don't. When I go there, my main goal is to purposely put myself into a food coma. From fried alligators, deep fried turkey legs, chicken in a waffle cone, mini donuts, beers, like my God. There are over 500 different foods at the fair and they release a new list every year. So the state fair goes on from August 25th until Labor Day each year, and most people go at least twice because there's no way you can fit everything into one day. Now, if you're in healthcare, then moving to Minnesota might help you further your career because we're ranked number 2 in top medical device states, only behind California. Now, besides the land of 10,000 lakes, Minnesota actually has another nickname, Medical Alley. And this is because of our huge presence in the medical industry. The biggest medical device company in the world, Medtronic, is headquartered here in Fridley, Minnesota. The biggest health insurer in the United States, United Health Group, is also headquartered in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And the Mayo Clinic, which is ranked the number 1 hospital, is headquartered in Rochester, Minnesota. And that's just to name a few. Hey, real quick, now that we're halfway done with this list, I'm curious as to how many of these facts are new to you. Now leave a comment below of the number of facts that you didn't already know. Also, make sure to stay for 8, 9, and 10 to find out the interesting facts that most Minnesotans don't even know about. Now, since we're talking about notable Minnesota companies, bringing in number 6 on the list is the fact that Minnesota has quite a few big companies on the Fortune 500 that more likely you use in your daily life. Now, a few of those companies are Target, Best Buy, 3M, General Mills, US Bank, and more. So whether you're eating a bowl of Cheerios, wrapping up Christmas gifts with a roll of tape, or buying a new TV, just know that those are ours. Now, when people think about notable celebrities that were born in Minnesota, they usually think of Prince, who is by far our biggest, but definitely not our only one. Bringing in number 7 is our abundance of notable celebrities, which include, but are not limited to, Chris Pratt, Vince Vaughn, Sean William Scott, Jessica Biel, John Madden, Louis Anderson, Charles Schultz, Laura Ingalls Wilder, and Julie Garland. Now this is the part that you guys have all been waiting for, the facts that most Minnesotans don't even know about. Now number 8 is the first fact that many Minnesotans don't even know about, and most people know that Minnesota is famous for the Mall of America, which is the biggest mall in the US. But what they don't actually know is that Minnesota actually invented the first indoor shopping mall. Southdale Mall was the very first fully enclosed climate-controlled shopping mall in the U.S., which is located about 10 minutes west from the Mall of America in Edina, Minnesota. So, whenever you visit your nearest indoor mall in your city, just know that it was inspired by Minnesota. Now, this next one may only be for people my age, but if you grew up in the 90s, then you have to know about the movie The Mighty Ducks. And if you don't, I may have to question your childhood. But anyway, The Mighty Ducks and all of their sequels were filmed here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Now, I don't even like hockey, but The Mighty Ducks was arguably one of the best movies in the 90s, and they even made a cartoon out of it. On the road to glory, ain't no turning back. Got to be the Mighty Ducks on the crack of time. Other notable movies that were filmed here were Purple Rain, which was filmed in Minneapolis, of course, and Jingle All the Way, which is actually filmed in the Mall of America. And lastly, for number 10, many people know about our nickname of the Twin Cities. Yeah, Minnesota has a lot of nicknames, which refers to Minneapolis and St. Paul, which are our two biggest cities. But what no one knows, and actually I just found this out yesterday when I was doing research for this video, that St. Paul originally had nothing to do with the name Twin Cities. In the 1840s, there were two settlements that were separated by the Mississippi River, St. Anthony Falls and Minneapolis. The two towns were later linked by a suspension bridge, and a few years after Minneapolis officially chartered as a city, St. Anthony Falls united to form one city. And as a result, St. Paul ended up assuming the nickname Twin Cities, but over the years as St. Paul and Minneapolis grew to become the two biggest cities, the name Twin Cities developed a new meaning. And that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this list and how many of the 10 that you actually already knew. I'm interested to see what you guys think.